All right, so now, in order to talk a little bit about what the Oxford Land Trust is doing in this area, we have Joe Lanier here to talk to us about the grant they received last year.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to share with you the positive synergies the Valley Community Foundation's grant created for the Youth Conservation Corps from Oxford High School. The Valley Community Foundation's funding was utilized for initiating our next major phase for the Rockhouse Hill Sanctuary in Oxford. We are focused on creating greater connectivity between adjacent open space properties, which includes Keith Mitchell Forest and Naugatuck State Forest Great Hill Block in Seymour. This particular goal is significant for creating greater access to over 1,200 acres of forested land. The success of our project is based on two very important tenets. First, the Youth Conservation Corps is a youth-driven organization focused on natural resource management. We actively engaged over 400 Oxford High School students, each contributing numerous community service hours. Several dozen have earned a stipend internship position by committing more than 50 hours of service on the trails. One particular student I would like to mention is Jasmine Boudris. She's a graduating senior from Oxford High School. Jasmine is taking what she learned from this project to the next level. Last summer, she spent 8 weeks reconstructing parts of the Appalachian Trail in southern Vermont, and then came back to work at the YCC this school year. She has been offered a position to work in the Grand Canyon National Park this summer before going off to school. And we are grateful for her work and wish her well. Our second tenet is our commitment to establishing relationships with existing organizations. One of our key partners is the Town of Oxford's Conservation Commission, whose focus is to advance the passive recreation activities on our open space properties. They've played an essential role in developing Rockhouse Hill Sanctuary for Oxford's residents. In addition, the Oxford Land Trust worked with us on this grant application to the Valley Community Foundation. Both partners provided contacts into the business communities, with Haynes Construction Corporation making a substantial donation of materials for improving access to the property. The most recent connection we've established is the New England Mountain Bike Association. The local NIMBA chapter, the Housatonic Valley, approached the Youth Conservation Corps after learning of our efforts at Rockhouse Hill Sanctuary. NIMBA offered us additional trail building training using their own experienced volunteers. Our initial training sessions occurred last May when we hosted NIMBA's Southern New England Trail School, which included over 65 volunteers from surrounding states. The Housatonic Valley chapter subsequently worked with us on the design and construction of single-track trails. This relationship is proving even more important to developing our youth-driven model regionally within the valley. This summer, we'll be working with the Thule Company based in Seymour on several events in Naugatuck State Forest Quinlan Reservoir, which is adjacent to Ansonia and Seymour. We're also talking with the town of Seymour about establishing a YCC at Seymour High School to increase the number of youth and potential trails on adjacent open space properties. I hope you can see from all of these examples what a tremendous impact the Valley Community Foundation's grant dollars have already had with this project. We are leveraging our initial investment to produce significant dividends within Oxford. We thank the Valley Community Foundation for providing the impetus for organically growing our efforts into the Valley community, and look forward to potentially expanding this model to other Valley schools. Thank you.